What's up guys? Just wanted to make this quick video to show you how to use my free trading journal template for Excel and Google Sheets. So first things first, you're going to want to make a copy of it by going to File, Make a Copy, or if you want to use it in Excel, you can go to Download and then click Excel. And I would recommend you read these instructions, but I'm just going to go over it with you in this video. So you have all these tabs. The first one is Trade Summary, which is just going to show you, some metrics like your total P&L, win rate, bunch of stuff like that, average days in trades. But to actually get that stuff to populate, you're of course going to have to fill in some trades into the Trade Log tab. And this is where I kind of want to explain to you guys how to use it real quick. So first off, I'll just go column by column here. So in A is just date opened. Whenever you open the trade, put the date, obviously pretty easy. Put the symbol, and then you're going to have to pick the asset type. You got between equity, call option, put option, multi-leg option strat. It doesn't matter. This is mostly just for you. Well, yeah, I would pick the right one just so it tracks it properly. And if you're using crypto or something, you can just pick equity because it's pretty much the same. And then if it's an option, you can put the strike price here in D and expiration date. That's just for options. You don't have to use that. It's really just for you to log it properly. For position type in F, you're going to want to pick long or short. This is crucial so that it works. It calculates all the profits and losses properly. So obviously it's long, you put long. Short, put short. And then for entry quantity for long positions, you have to use positive numbers. So if you buy 50 shares, you have to put a positive 50. Obviously for short, you have to select short here and then put a negative number. You can use fractional shares, and if you like dollar cost average into a position, that's fine. I would recommend you go over here and use the DCA calculator to easily calculate, your average cost, so you can just log it one time. It would be pretty easy that way. So you just start, yeah, it's pretty easy to figure out. Back to the trade log. So yeah, once you put the entry quantity, you're going to want to put the price that you entered it at. So for stock and crypto or whatever, this is pretty straightforward. Just put whatever price you bought it at. For options, you're going to have to include the multiplier. So if you buy a SPY call for $1, you're going to want to put the entry price as 100, since most options have a multiplier of 100. Also, you're trading MES or like a futures options, the multiplier might be different, but just keep that in mind for trading derivatives. Pretty basic. For fees, you want to put all fees as negative numbers and then just dollar amounts. So if you paid $1 per contract and 5 contracts, that's $5 in total fees. And this is the only fees place, so this includes fees and commissions. Just for the entry in I, you'll have a chance to put any exit fees in the exit section over here. Anything that's green, all you have to do is drag it down. So don't edit anything that's green unless you want to modify it for whatever reason, but only edit stuff that doesn't have a green background. So yeah, once you do that, that will calculate the total entry amount. Then once you exit, obviously just put the exit date, how much you exited. So if you bought 10 shares, or yeah, if you bought 50 shares, let's say, then you're going to put a negative 50 for the exit. If you shorted 10 shares, then you buy 10 shares back as the exit. So you just got to make sure you put the right either positive or negative there. Exit price, same thing as entry. It'll just be the stock price that you exited at or the option price that you exited at. So for this option one, you sold 5 contracts for $1 each, or 100 entry price here, and you bought them back for 80 cents, which would be $80 in option terms, and then yeah, plus 5 since you sold it first and you bought it back for. Put any fees, again, always negative for the fees, and then the rest will calculate automatically. Then over here, you have the performance chart data, which will pretty much power all of these charts. You can track your overall portfolio percent return versus the SPY percent return. You can calculate a simulated return percent versus SPY just based on your trades. So let me just go over that real quick. So in the trade log, all you have to do right here is modify these two things first of all. So if the starting date of your strategy is, the first of 2024, you just put 1/1/2024 there like it is. If it's sometime later, like May 1st or whatever, you can put that there. And then you put the simulated net lick amount here. So this is going to be, it's going to simulate however much you put in here. So if you have an account value of roughly 10K, you can put that in there. Don't worry if you want to track your exact amount of your portfolio. You can use the portfolio net lick tracker to do that. We'll go over that in a second. But let's just say your portfolio strategy is, start at 10K, so we'll do that. So once you put in these two numbers here, all you have to do is drag down all these columns from, was it V4 to AC4? Just drag them down all the way down into the most recent date. Today's the 15th, so it's actually way farther than that, but today's here, so you can see the close prices for SPY will actually automatically populate there, and then any profits and losses that you make will be automatically built into your simulated net lick here. And your total P&L will be right here. So for these fake trades, have a total P&L of 496.98, and it calculates your total P&L, for each date. And none of these have to be in order within the trade log. The formulas will pretty much match the dates, so you don't have to put them in order. But yeah, once you have it all just dragged down there, and you have all your trades in, it's going to calculate your total P&L just on this chart, your percent P&L based on the starting balance. So, you're up like 350 on 10K, that's 3.5%. Your SPY P&L versus, or your P&L of 10K versus how 10K would have done in the S&P 500. So if you just put in 10,000 to the S&P 500 at the start date, in May 1st in this case, you would have, like 11.5 versus you only made 350. So it just tracks it there. And then percent return versus SPY, you're up 3.5%, while SPY is up, like 15% since May, which is actually kind of crazy. This one here is going to come from the portfolio net liquidity tracker. So all you have to do here is put in the start date of whenever you want it to start, and then you have to manually put in your portfolio's net liquidity each day here. So once you put the start date, all you have to do is drag, B3 to G3 down all the way until the most current date, which is, you can see down here. You can drag it down farther if you want. And then you enter your net liquidity by date here. And if you can account for if you put in money or withdraw money in the deposit and withdrawal section here. So let's say you deposited, $1,000 into your account this day. You can put that there, and it'll automatically account for that, which is nice. So you can calculate your returns. Some brokers don't do that. It'll look like you made $1,000 that day, when obviously it was just a deposit. So make sure to do that. And yeah, once you do that, it'll automatically plot your portfolio net liquidity versus SPY from the starting date on this nice chart here. And other than that, that's pretty much all this trade log does for now. It's completely free. You can download it using the link in the description. And I do plan on, making this a lot better. So if you have any, comments or like features that you want added, definitely let me know in the comments, or email us at info@financialtechwiz.com, and I will definitely take any of that into consideration. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys.